I'm from Stevens Point, so I'm often asked about my last name, Schmeeckle, because it carries the same name as the reserve in town. That was my understanding, is that my great-grandfather started the Natural Resources program at UWSP, and so I've always felt a connection to this community, having grown up here. It did take me a while after high school to realize that I wanted to come back and work here, but going through law school, having interned at other firms, I realized that I wanted to work in a smaller community and work, I guess, hands-on with people in small businesses, as opposed to working in a big firm where you might not get that hands-on experience for a few years. I've always liked problem solving and trying to understand complex things and then be able to explain that complex idea in a way that someone can understand. And I think law school was an avenue to do that. And now in my everyday practice, I get to explore those really complex ideas and help real people solve problems. So a key part of my practice is building relationships. And I've had litigation clients tell me, "I've really enjoyed working with you, Dan, but I hope I never see you again." And I always think this is kind of great, and it's a good opening for me to talk about how, our firm is general practice, and you may have gone through this contested litigation matter that was unpleasant, and I hope I can help walk people through that process. But at the same time, it's about building relationships. Things come up in somebody's life, whether it's a will and trust, and I may not do that particular area of law, but there's someone at our firm that can help you with that. Or you may just have an employment matter, something going on like that, and that's another area where I could come in and offer advice. So a lot of times I find that interesting, and I understand where a client's coming from. But being in a small town like Stevens Point, it is really, for me, about building relationships. At the start of a dispute, whether it's an employment matter or a personal injury matter, clients or potential clients are sometimes afraid to get an attorney involved. They may be fearful for their job. They may think that they can just work things out on their own with the insurance company. And to that I say, it's just crucial that you at least contact an attorney early on, because the investigation starts from that incident, and so we want to be able to preserve and protect you from the very start. And another part of my practice is, handling contract disputes or real estate disputes, and a lot of times people will go online and find a form and use it and think, wow, this is great, we just saved ourselves a bunch of money in not contacting an attorney. But then what happens is, in the long term, when things go south or the relationship starts to get rocky, you end up spending a lot more on the back end. And so that's just another reason why, and I'm not trying to oversell my services and say every case requires an attorney, but at least to have that point of contact early on to find out how to protect yourself, I think, is crucial.
For more information, call or visit us online. Anderson O'Brien, exceptional attorneys in your community.